And my favorite book, my recommendation for the past, I guess, year would be the spinoff. And I've been raving about this book for the longest time now, which is the Marauders book, written by Gary Duggan, which is part of that spinoff. And
so before we start, what are the Marauders?
Well, in this iteration of the Marauders, all right, I don't know if I want to talk too much, because I don't want to spoil too much of it, but
give us a brief overview of what the Marauders are. Yeah.
In this version or this iteration of the Marauders, they are basically a bunch of pirates, for the lack of a better word, because in House and Powers of X, the Krakoan gates are available and mutants can normally travel through them. But for some reason, Kitty Pryde, or Shadowcat, or whatever you want to call her, she can't get through those gates. So she is basically traveling the world with her crew on a boat named the Marauder. And her job with her pirate crew is to kind of go to, because the thing is, this is, again, a spin-off from the actual Powers of X and all the Krakoan stuff. These gates have popped up across the world, but sometimes they're in nations where they're kind of barricaded off by the government, right? Like, more so like communist type countries. Yeah, those type of countries where the mutants that want to get to Krakoa can't get there because the gates are blocked off, right? So Kitty, or on the Marauder, she goes by Kate now. Kate is the captain of the Marauder, and her job is to kind of take her crew to go from location to location to try and rescue mutants who can't get to the gates, right? And obviously, it's a boat because Krakoa is an island, right?
Does the boat fly? Does it just actually just go on water?
It just goes on water. It just goes on water.
Wow,
yeah,
wow.
Right? And then part of the whole House of X kind of idea is that, the mutants, like Krakoa also grows a drug that helps heal people, and the mutants are also kind of controlling the black market, right? So they started the Hellfire Shipping Company, and she is the Red Queen of this Hellfire Shipping Company. And then the book is basically, there's a lot of intrigue going on. Obviously, Emma Frost is in the book, and so is Sebastian Shaw. So you can expect a lot of
skullduggery, as you would say. Yes, skullduggery.
Yeah.
So that's a great pick. That's a great pick.
It's my favorite book from that.
In terms of how many issues are they at right now?
I believe they're on 10. I think 10. I think 11 is scheduled to come out.
So I think most of the X books are on 10-ish now.
Yeah, 10 or 11.
And who's part of the ship and crew outside of Kate? So is there is it just her on this boat and regular
it's
people?
Her, Iceman, Bishop, the original Pyro, and Storm.
Yeah.
The original.
Some people think Marauders like the old X-Men cartoon. They're typically the bad guys, right? Like Mr. Sinister's boys or something like that.
Yeah.
So some people might be thinking, oh, it's Sabretooth and those guys. Yeah.
So outside of Kate, Pat, who is the all-star of that group of X-Men that you've enjoyed in the book that just seems to shine a little bit more than normal?
Ooh, I actually really like this iteration of Emma Frost in this book. Yeah.
So what about Emma Frost, without, I guess, spoiling too much, that you find really interesting?
Like in previous iterations of or older past couple of years of Emma Frost, she's always been kind of just sold as like this conniving, man-hungry, like
sexbot, yeah,
right. But in this iteration, she's like a legitimate like businesswoman, and she cares about Kitty, right, and she cares about what she does, right. A lot of the sex is not as big of a focus for her. It's really more of like the business, and she is still a mutant, right? So she still has her feminine wiles, right?
Is she still wearing the same type of uniform, or is she changing up the wardrobe, or is she still wearing the?
She's wearing more. She's wearing more clothes.
Yeah.
Then that answers that. So she's not wearing just a corset that's white.
Not all. Well, not I mean, not as a regular costume like that new X-Men Grant Morrison Quietly era.
Yes.
Right. But she's definitely wearing more clothing.
Okay. Oh, that's a really good pick. So thanks for sharing.